This is a big story tonight. In the ethics report, which has evidence, findings, and as I mentioned, alleged lies to his own team, how much of this is consistent with your experience, and was any of it new or surprising to you?
Some of it was actually new and surprising, even though there are areas that I'm sure that really did not surprise me. For starters, just hearing about he used his campaign funds for Botox, Sephora, and then the OnlyFans one, which really threw me off. But I actually had previously worked in campaigns and started in fundraising, and I can tell you that just hearing that transferring those type of funds into a private account is very damning. And above all, you're supposed to be using these campaign funds for anything from office supplies to media buys. So like I said, those are some areas that surprised me but also did not surprise me.
When you heard he's not running again, what did you think?
I am actually, again, surprised because he's been very, very adamant about, he is innocent, he is going to run again, he's not resigning. So I think with him saying that he is not running for re-election, that this could be a potential for him to even possibly resign, just because, there are Republicans and Democrats who have actually come forward and have changed their mind about another expulsion that could potentially be coming after the Thanksgiving holiday.
You have been inside not only his office, but that sort of new class of freshman offices and those conversations among staff. And as we all know, sometimes that's where the real stories are told. Based on what you know, just, of course, your educated view, do you think that he is likely to be expelled this time?
I would not be surprised if he is expelled this time. I think there are a lot of members who have really come forward today on social media. For instance, I think I saw Congressman Greg Murphy of North Carolina, who is also a Republican, who has publicly stated that he will vote in favor of an expulsion. So I think that especially between Republicans and the 31 Democrats who had voted a week ago to keep him in only because they wanted to wait and see what the ethics report did indeed have. And now I think it's given both parties enough information to proceed with an expulsion. So I would not be surprised if he is even gone before Christmas.